What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Just back again with another video. This is your one-stop shop for anime and manga. Let's get into it. I want to start by saying thank you to everyone subscribing. If you're new here, you like my content, you like what I'm doing, consider subscribing, leaving a like, hit the bell to post another video. Also follow me on Twitter. Links gonna be in the description. What's up, y'all? So before I start off the video, I do want to just say, obviously we all know what happened. If you're in the manga community, if you're in the anime community, you know we suffered a great loss. We lost Akira Toriyama, the creator of Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Super, Sandland, and things like that. And it was just a very, very hard hit for a lot of us in the anime community. Dragon Ball Z was one of the first animes that I really started watching when I was younger. It helped me get into anime in general, even though when I was younger, I didn't know it was anime. But I just wanted to start off this video by saying thank you so much and rest in peace to a legend, because he really is going to be missed. So today we're going to be doing a reading log video. Now, I usually do these videos every now and then when I have like a few new things that I've read, because if y'all know me, I'm always reading manga. I literally read manga every single day. Now, when I say I read manga every day, I'm not talking about I'm reading volumes and volumes a day. I definitely read at least 2 or 3 chapters a day of some series, whether it be Shonen Jump series, a Viz manga series, or a Kodansha series. Mainly one of those 3 publishers I'm reading. A little after, I'll probably read something different, but it all just depends. But those are like the 3 things I'm mainly reading. So as of right now, I basically put up enough where I think it's nice to have a little reading log. So we're going to get started. This is what I've been reading recently. The first thing I want to talk about is The Horizon. Now, I wasn't that big of a fan of The Horizon because I just saw it as a dystopian world, not really much word, just, you know, it's just really all about the visuals. But honestly, that series took me away. It was just an incredible ride. You really get a feel for just the emotion that's in that series, even though there's really aren't that many words. And because there's not that many words, when something is said, you can feel like the real weight of it, because it's different. These 2 kids are just basically living their life in this dystopian world. Nothing's really talked about, nothing's really known, just everything is going to all hell. And it's just these 2 little kids. I'm talking about they probably like 6, 7 years old, and they just living through life trying to basically see if they could just keep walking and find civilization, find some help. And it's just, you know, a really heart-wrenching series. It's an amazing, beautiful series. Definitely a lot of heartache. Definitely gonna get you in your feelings. I was a little apprehensive in the beginning because I didn't know how I was gonna feel about Horizon, you know, with just basically a picture book almost like. But calling it a picture book, that's just disrespectful. It's an incredible series, and the artwork is so beautiful. It's so captivating how just it's not even single panels sometimes. Sometimes it's just the spread of the pages. It just look beautiful. It just really sinks you in. You really get motivated, captivated in the actual world itself. And there's a lot of twists and turns that you're not going to see coming. And it's just a incredible just ride of emotion that I really recommend everyone to try and pick up. Horizon is a little more of the adult series, but if you're of age, definitely pick this one up, because Horizon is just an incredible series. I cannot believe it. I'm definitely going to pick that up as soon as I can. Next thing that I've really been reading recently is because of my boy Michael, and that's Blue Lock. So he hit me up. He was like, yo, because of you, I'm starting to get into manga now. This is a guy that he watches anime, but he never really read manga like that. But he started picking up manga, so he decided to pick up Blue Lock. And I only ever saw the anime. I was going to read Blue Lock on the K-Manga app, but we all know how the K-Manga app went, so I didn't even try to touch that. So he hit me up. He's like, yo, I'm reading it. It's really fire. So I was like, you know what? I kind of want to read it with him. You know, it's been a minute. I really only ever seen the anime, so I actually had to rewatch the anime so I could pick up to where I left off. And I think now I'm on like volume 13, something like that. I don't even know exactly where I'm at. I forgot. It's been a little bit, but I think I'm like on volume 13, and it's incredible. I mean, Blue Lock, I love the way Blue Lock is a lot more psychological than a lot of the other series that I've read, a lot of the other sports series I've read, because I've read Haiku, I've read Kuroko no Basket, I've read, what was the other one? I read Aisho 21, I read Robot Laser Beam, and honestly, Blue Lock, it's a lot different. This is like the one series that I really feel it really just it's all about the mental aspect in that situation because he's just trying to be the best he can be. But it's funny because his position is a striker. Now I know nothing about soccer at all, but he said his position is a striker. I'm assuming his objective is to score the goals. That's what everyone does in Blue Lock. But he's not really a striker, even though that's his position, his striker. He's really more of a facilitator. All of his attributes and all of his skill come from setting up other plays, setting up people, being able to read the defense. And honestly, if you just watch the Blue Lock anime, you're gonna just fall in love. And it's really just an amazing, amazing sports series. Now, I can't give it my top because I definitely gotta go to Haiku, but I think Blue Lock can make a real case for top 3, especially if it's gonna go where I think it's gonna go. So that's what I've been reading right now, and it's so good. Definitely, if y'all haven't picked that up, it's a nice sports series to get into and real easy too. Another series I've been reading that really just took me by storm was Witch Hat Atelier. Now, obviously I know I like more of the slice of life chill series, but Witch Hat Atelier, I'm honestly basically reading it for the art. It's just one of the most incredible pieces of work I've ever just witnessed in terms of the illustration. Witch Hat is just one of my favorite artworks that I've seen in a long time. And I don't know what it is. I think it's the fine line details that he really does with the hair, with the background, with the clothes and things like that. Witch Hat Atelier is about these witches who basically their job is to bring joy and peace to humans. And a little girl ends up accidentally casting a spell, turning her mother into stone. So because of that, she has to go away with these witches and basically learn to become a witch and learn their rules and their regulations and learn their society because using magic is forbidden for everyone, only except if you're a witch. Now that's the gist of it. I don't really want to give too much spoilers because Witch Hat Atelier is really good. I think recommending it when you go in blind, that's exactly what I did. I just saw a whole bunch of the covers. I saw some of the artwork and I wanted to give it a try. And Witch Hat Atelier is really just taking me over right now because it's just so good. It's nice, it's chill. And whenever I'm reading it, I'm just enjoying the artwork. I'm enjoying the story. I will be completely honest, the story is a little bit of a slower pace. It didn't really start picking up until volume, I want to say 5, 6. That's when it started picking up. I think I'm on volume 9? Something like that. I'm sorry. I always forget what volume I'm on because I just read them digitally. I don't read none of these series physically. I read them digitally on my library app. So I think I'm on volume 6. My bad, y'all. I was completely off. I'm on volume 8 for Witch Hat Atelier, and I'm on volume 15 for Blue Lock. So my bad about that. So Witch Hat Atelier is really just taking me over right now because honestly, the artwork is so good. Like I said, the story is a little bit slow in the beginning, so I can't really recommend it to everyone because it is of a slow burn. And normally I don't really like those type of series that just build up. And then eventually there's payoff. Normally that's not for me, but in this case, I guess because the artwork is just so captivating and I just like the whole witch society, the magical society that they have, it's just keeping me invested. And now that it's really picking up, I'm glad I'm stood in. So definitely, I do recommend Witch Hat, but definitely try 1 or 2 volumes, see if you like it. If you do, keep it going. Otherwise, it may not be for you. The next series I want to talk about is Seraph of the End. As of right now, I am completely up to date with Seraph of the End, which is chapter 139? 138? One of those two. I'm completely up to date. And I love the Seraph of the End in the beginning. It really took me by storm, but I'll be completely honest. Once we started getting to maybe chapter 100, it kind of fell off a cliff for me. I'm still going to read it because I'm invested at this point. I've read 139 chapters. It took me a couple months because I was reading a little bit every day. But honestly, it's okay. I was really disappointed with some of the directions the series took because if you don't know, Seraph of the End is about the vampire society who, after the world is just devastated, I think everyone who's over the age of 13 dies. So all that's left is the kids, and these vampires take the kids and they have them, live in their society. But then one kid, he breaks out and he's going to become the Seraph of the End. He's going to kill all of the vampires. Now, saying that you would think is a little bit straightforward, but honestly, there's some twists and turns here that you may not see coming, but it's not always good. Sometimes they do take good liberties and they really are good. They really work with how the story's set up, but I don't want to spoil too much because a lot of what I don't like so far, it's a lot of spoiler material because it completely deviates from like what the series started out, if that makes sense. Like I'm just gonna say like this: the series started out being about vampires and being, you know, this guy that wants to kill all the vampires in the world. It's not that no more. It's completely different, and it happened gradually, but it didn't really work all the time. Now, don't get me wrong. The first 100 chapters of Seraph of the End, I completely loved. It was so good. It's just when it hits that point, and you're gonna know if you're reading it. It kind of like is either you're gonna like the shift or you're not. So that one I can't really recommend too much to people because once you do get caught up, it's gonna be a little hit or miss for you. And then at that point, all right, these are monthly chapters. They're about like 60, 70 pages a piece. You just invested 130 chapters. Are you really going to just give up, drop it, or are you going to just continue? I'm going to keep it going because I do like it that much, but I'll be completely honest. It's okay. Last series I've been reading just really been making me love manga again, and that's Sweat and Soap. If y'all seen my last video, I know how much I love Sweat and Soap. I did finally start reading like the rest of that box set, and honestly, I just cannot stop reading Sweat and Soap without a smile. It's just so good seeing a nice, healthy couple. You know, she's I think 25, he's 29. You know, they're working together. They communicate like they're just a healthy couple. They actually, when they have doubts, when they have, you know, anger issues or whatever, they just talk it through. They try to work everything through together, and it's really just a nice, wholesome slice of life rom-com with just enough steam that like this is just a good overall series. I honestly think anyone who just enjoys slice of life, you're gonna really enjoy this, especially the rom-coms, because you know a lot of like the office romance rom-coms, they really are a little bit hit or miss because they just might be played out. But this one, they really just do amazing things. It's really about them basically eventually going all the way. It's basically about them just living their life because now they're both in this new relationship and they're just trying to grow it together and they're trying to make it as good as possible for each other. And Sweat and Soap, honestly, every time I read it, I'm just constantly just smiling because it's just that good. The artwork is beautiful, and just honestly, the story, there's nothing you can really say about it. I don't really think there's nothing bad you can say about just Sweat and Soap besides like maybe it's not for you because if you don't like slice of life. But other than like maybe finding it boring, it's definitely for everyone. I really hope everyone just picked this up because it's just that good of a series. So that was my reading log. That was some of the new things that I've been reading recently and some of the things I just want to talk about with y'all because every now and then I like doing these reading log videos just to put y'all onto some of these series that I'm reading. Because I'll be completely honest, I'm always trying new series. I'm always reading something different, reading something new. And if I really do like it, I'm going to stick to it. I'm either going to get caught up or I'm going to finish it. That's normally how I read my manga. But because of that, on the flip side of the coin, I actually do drop a lot of series, more than you would actually think. So I might do a video on that later on. Maybe some of the series that I've dropped. If you made this far into the video, thank you so much for watching. If you're new here, like my content, like what I'm doing, consider subscribing, leaving a like, hit the bell so no post no video. Follow me on Twitter. Links will be in the description. This is your boy Just. I'm off this.